Hello, gear fans. I love you. Today's recent comment comes all the way from China, from ZP or Yeezy, all the way from China. He stopped by my comment section to tell me that I should learn how to play guitar and I should tune my guitar. Thank you, PPZZ. I'll consider it. I will consider. Like, he's insinuating I don't know how to play guitar at all. He called me a beginner a few times. That's fine. I can understand coming from China. There's a lot of lead in things, lead in the food and in the paint and in the walls and in the air. So yeah, I get how over generations the IQ, it goes down and down and down, and then somehow you break through the firewall and you're able to get to a computer with internet, and you're like, you'll learn to play guitar and tune your guitar. It's like, so thank you, PPZZ. Appreciate the comment. It's very constructive, and I'll consider it. So anyway, I went down to Long and McQuade today. I had this pedal in my hand. It's the Universal Audio UAFX Lion 68 Super Lead Amp pedal. I had it right in my hand. It was a used one for $520. Very generous of Long and McQuade to peel a few bucks off because it had no box, no instructions. But ultimately, the store was swamped. They were understaffed. I ended up putting it back. So I was like, who returns this and not the box? What kind of nutcase bought the Lion, one of the most beautiful pedals ever, and returned it without a box? If the guy returned it without a box, like, is it also covered in Cheeto dust? Like what kind of Beavis and Butthead Skylar bacon stained Nickelback fan buys this pedal and returns it without a box? So like, what else is wrong with it? So I ended up putting it back, and yeah, the store was just swamped, and I couldn't. The sales guy was doing everything he could. He said like 4 people didn't come to work. So you're probably wondering, well, why would you buy this? You said not to buy this because the Bluetooth's busted. Well, yeah, the Bluetooth is still busted, but I want to buy it anyway. I'm obsessed with this pedal. I cannot get it out of my head, but I didn't buy it. But I noticed something really interesting down there. And if we just search Behringer Model D, lo and behold, 6 stores in stock. I seen a bunch of Behringer gear in Long and McQuade. What does this mean? Well, if you've been following me, I've been the biggest opponent of this whole giving Cosmo Music exclusivity of Behringer gear. Like, these guys have had exclusive access. This is Cosmo Music site. Exclusive access for years, right? Well, if we could type Behringer, Behringer. Well, they got some stuff in stock, so this is going to prove very fruitful. But let's do the Behringer Model D. Out of stock. Cosmo's had the dirty exclusive deal for like since COVID. 3 years they've had exclusivity. Out of stock. Long and McQuade, what is happening? 6 stores have stock. So down in this Long and McQuade, it had a ton of Behringer gear, and I was like, "Woo!" You know how much Behringer gear I would have bought in the last 3 years if it was somewhere I could get it. What does Cosmo have? 1 store up in Toronto, right? I bought some high-end stuff from Cosmo. I think I've bought guitars. I've bought like Rupert Neve stuff. I bought some high-end stuff, but it's weird. Like, they're always out of stock, or it'll say it's in stock and it's not, or you'll have something bought and paid for and it'll get canceled. Like, it's just nuts. They're always nice in chat. They're really nice. I'll say that. The Cosmo staff, they're always nice and professional. But it's just like, this exclusive Behringer deal has always like angered me. Just angered me. Who flies from Germany, from Behringer, over to Canada and goes, take me to your best store? And they're like, there's 1 store in Toronto. I think it's in Toronto, called Cosmo. 1 in 1 province. Okay, we're going to give you like, what was the dirty deal over drinks? When they went to the bar that night, like, what happened? That the Cosmo guy and the Behringer guy shook hands and they got exclusivity? Like, the company Cosmo that can't stock normal stuff, let alone Behringer? It's crazy. It's crazy. Why wouldn't you put it in Long and McQuade, which has 100 stores? Or make a deal with some, like, just guy that isn't even a music store, just some sales guy that can then spread that. He can, there are distributors that you've never heard of out of like Montreal and stuff, and that's all they do is distribute stuff. And they usually have some lame name like Soundland Man Piano Tie Incorporated or some crap, you know, like I'm trying to think of the one in Montreal. They're a lame company. But anyway, there are distributors like that. Why would they go to Cosmo Music, who never stocks anything? And that's the thing. You can ask about this, right? And they're nice in the chat. They'll be like, well, it comes on a train, in a car, through the ocean, and then it comes over, and we don't know. And it's like, yeah, I didn't ask if it came on a train or if it comes over on a giraffe or anything like that. Like when would I get this if I ordered this? Since you guys have dummied the Canadian market, you dummied the market, right? Like I wouldn't care. Except they had exclusivity. You had to get your Behringer stuff from these guys that don't stock anything. So after 3-4 years of this exclusive deal, they still don't have this thing in stock. I bet you they don't have the Eurorack Go either. I didn't look this up, but I'm gonna bet right now. I had nobody to bet, but here we go. Eurorack Go. They don't have this in stock. Dummies. They've had like one of these in stock, to my knowledge, in 4 years, right? Let's go see what, it's a good chance these guys won't have this either, but Sweetwater does. Sweetwater's got a giraffe load of them. Let's see here. It's available to order. Pick up. It's available to order. Okay, so these guys don't have this yet either. But it's the first time in a long time that I've seen Behringer gear at a Long and McQuade. So I've been to 3 Long and McQuades in the last 2 weeks. Yes, 3 of them. And I've seen Behringer gear at all 3. So it's coming back. Somebody knows what a dumb deal this was. Like, no offense, I guess, Cosmo. Like, the little bit of stuff you were able to sell me was okay. But you've missed... Oh, in 3 years, you've missed... $60,000 you've missed out on. Guaranteed. 60 grand. I buy and swap and sell gear. Buy it and sell it and swap it. My credit card limit is bigger than my brain, okay? You missed easily $60,000 worth of gear in 3 years. That's just from some idiot on Quest for Gear. Like, can you imagine the sales you're missing otherwise across Canada? Like, just stock some stuff somehow. You know what I mean? Like, Long and McQuade is 100 stores, so the guy told me today. But I'm not even a big Long and McQuade fan, honestly. I like my local guys way better. My local guys give me better deals, better trades. They're my friends. You know what I mean? Like, my local guys are the best. But I'll go into Long and McQuade if I want to see 100 guitars on a rack, you know? My local guys will have 75 guitars on a rack, but Long and McQuade will have 100 or 200, you know? So, but anyway, no, it's just weird to see... Behringer stuff coming back to Long and McQuade. I called it. Well, I didn't call it, but I said, I don't understand this deal. I don't understand why Behringer, if they're going to give exclusivity to somebody, why wouldn't they give it to Long and McQuade? But apparently they're giving it to both these guys. Who knows? For all I know, maybe like Moog Audio and Red One Music. Is that how you say that? Red One Music. It's like French. Music redone. Musique Red One. Yeah, it's like French. Maybe these guys have got it too. No, not yet. Oh, well, they could have had this stuff from before. Oh, looks like they got Behringer gear. Oh, it's all demo. It's all demo. I don't know. It's good for us, though. It's good for us to not give Cosmo exclusivity. Again, I can't imagine. Can you imagine the deal? Some guy from Behringer comes over on a diplomatic mission from Germany over to Canada, and he's just like, what's the best store? And somebody's like, Cosmo Music has one store. Go see this one store in one province. That I think I'm right about that. And he's like, okay. He's like, hello, Cosmo Music, you one store in one province. I'm going to give you exclusivity, exclusive distribution in the entire country, because this is a great idea. And Cosmo Music's like, yeah, that's a great idea. And they're like, how many of each thing are you going to order? How many dozens of each thing are you going to order? And Cosmo's like, none. None. We're not going to order any. We're going to have the exclusive deal, and then we're going to have no stock. So let's just, for funsies, we'll go to Cosmo, and we'll go Behringer. Again, what obligation does Cosmo have to appease me in this life? None. But I'm not asking you to do something for me. I'm asking you to get out of my way and let me buy Behringer from other places. Like, you've done a dirty, dirty deal here. Anyway, Cosmo Music. I just searched Behringer. Let's go see what's out of stock. So we've got 361 things out of stock and 160 in stock. So let's go see the out of stock. Like, it just goes on. It's 361. Like, look at all this cool stuff. Eurorack stuff, power amp, super fuzz. Like, oh, you couldn't have stocked this reverb. What is it? $30, $60, $60. You couldn't stock that. I bought one of these recently, not from them, obviously. I buy these all the time. It's out of stock. It's just like, come on. Anyway, again, Cosmo Music owes me nothing. They're not obligated to do a good job or provide quality service. They're nice folks on the thing, for sure. But what I do ask is to not stand in people's way. Don't make dirty deals. I just can't imagine. Just go back to picturing the Behringer guy and the Cosmo Music person sitting at a table in a bar drinking a beer. You know, they're at like Honest Lawyers or like some Toronto place, you know, like Moose and Bear or whatever, looking at each other, making googly eyes going, you know what we're going to do? Oh, yeah. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what was done? Like, what favors were exchanged? Because it doesn't make sense in any universe, in any paperwork, in any financial arrangement. Does it make sense to give Cosmo Music, one store in one province, exclusive rights to a national Behringer that distributes nationally? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I am. You've not heard the last of me on this. It boggles the mind. Everybody call the universities and colleges, call the business departments, and have them study this case because it's nuts. It's crazy. All right. Thanks for listening.